I've learned over the years that it's often the simplest magic tricks that get the best reactions. So with that in mind, here's a trick using 1, 2, and 3 matches. And I'm going to try to snap my fingers and send them all back in time. Back to when all 1, 2, 3 matches were in my pocket. Now this is a very, it's a simple technique, but it will take practice, especially to get it flowing. And on this video, first I'm going to reveal the technique to this, how you can do this, how you can practice this, how you can get this smooth, and how it can be very deceptive. I'm also going to share with you 2 or 3 different tricks you can do with this, different kinds of effects with coins and matches and all these things using this one technique. On this video, I'm also going to, I'm going to announce the winners of last week, because my last contest on my last video, I was giving away my Portal coin magic gimmick, though calling it coin magic. There's a whole bunch of things you can do with a thumb tip and dollar bills and coins and even playing cards, all that. It's called Portal. I'm going to announce the winners of all 12 of you won. I'm going to announce those winners as well. I'm also going to have a brand new question of the week and give away 12 of my anytime, anywhere impromptu magic projects. It's got 34 tricks on this project. All totally, you can borrow stuff, do it, and give it back. No setups, borrowed items, really strong impromptu magic. So that's going to all happen on here. Now, let me start by teaching the basic technique behind this. This is a technique that people used to use with cigarettes, actually. And then I was playing around with it and came up with a variation on this, okay? That allows you to do a whole bunch of really cool tricks, all involving just a wooden match. Now, I love wooden matches. I often refer to them as magic wands because they're so organic and simple. And of course, you can make fire with them and all that kind of thing. And I even sometimes use a super, it's a very lame joke, talking about, you know why they call them matches? Because this one matches this one, and these 2 match this one, and on and on. And of course, it's, you know, whether it's an ambulance or a fire truck, something sad shows up. So let's look at the technique here, okay? You want to make it look like you take this match and you slip it inside the closed fist, okay? Looks really direct, like you're taking the match and putting it inside, all right? But with enough practice, you'll be able to mimic that exact action of putting it in the hand, but it's actually palmed in the other hand, all right? First, let me break it down real simple. First, you're making a loose fist, but the match never goes inside the fist. The match, the contact point you want, is right here against the flesh. Now, with my little potato hands, I have a fair bit of flesh there, it's going to press against it. So even though it looks like it's going in, you're actually pressing just against, I guess, the edge of the thumb right there, okay? Now, when you press against it, of course, what you're actually doing is the match isn't going in. The fingers are sliding forward over the match, okay? So it looks like the match, the illusion is that you're pushing it in, but the match isn't going anywhere. It's your fingers that are sliding over the match, okay? That's actually what's happening. An exposed view would be here on the side here. So that's happening. That's exactly what's happening. It looks like it's going in, but the fingers are going around it, okay? And then the match is being palmed against the tip of the finger, the very tip here, and here. Now, this is what works so nicely about this, is a match is such a small object. Now, notice a couple of key points right now. If I curl this and keep these straight, everyone will assume he must have got his finger jammed in a door, or maybe a horse stepped on it, okay? But as soon as I curl these as well, all of a sudden, it looks like just a hand. Now, if you walk down the street and you check to see how your hand's hanging by your side, you'll see it's not flat like a Frisbee, it's gently curled, okay? And that's what allows this to look so deceptive. Now, you can either do it with the first finger, where you're holding it here, and as you press it against, okay, you're going to slide it back behind the first finger, boom, okay, into palm and come away, okay? And look how, I just love how deceptive that looks. There's the match. The match is going into the fist. They can all see that. The hand comes away. But I find it can even be more deceptive and more comfortable with the middle finger, okay? Just with the middle finger. So rather than holding it between thumb, the tip of the thumb and the finger, the first finger and the thumb, it's the second finger and the thumb. It's got a real delicate look to it, okay? And again, you're pushing in it goes right into that palm and you come away, all right? Now, even if it shifts, even if your palm is not perfectly down the finger, but is off to one side slightly, it can still be very deceptive, all right? So if you feel you're showing this, making a fist, apparently putting it inside, if it feels for a second like it's not hitting perfectly or aligned perfectly in palm, don't worry about it. As long as it's behind the finger, even if it's slightly angled, that's okay. So first finger, you can put it in, right? And note the lilt. If you make this a fist and here any you're stiff, the practice with this kind of move is to practice it until you don't have to think about it, all right? Till you can have a nice, soft, flowing kind of gesture, putting it in there. And I find too, if you push and everything moves a little to the left at the same time, it really sort of sells the idea that it really went into the hand. Now, notice, because this is a small item, and because you can, because it's a small item, and because you can do this repeatedly, you can make it look like you put several matches into the fist when none ever go in. And that's what I did with this first routine, okay? Where I made all 3 vanish one by one. Now let's just take a moment for a second. Before I jump into that, I want to come back to the question of the week. Now this question is a question close to my heart. And again, you have a chance. I'm going to teach you guys in just a second a coin trick with the match vanish and a couple other little quick things with that cool match vanish, including a really cool application where you glue a match inside. Okay, so you will not want to miss that. But before we jump in, question of the week is this. And again, leave a comment down below, please, for this video. Leave a comment, answer this question, give me your answer, and that is, what do you like about magicians? What do you like about magicians? Now, that can be a very loaded question in this culture because, and this is maybe sounding a bit too overly sensitive, but I find that magicians, more than almost any other group I can think of, people love making fun of magicians. They really do. I mean, TV shows, movies, time and again, the magician's the nerd, the magician is the virgin, the magician is the egotistical, vain, self-absorbed guy, right? You know. But I just want to mention a couple of quick things here. You know what I love about magicians? Magicians often perform without a stage, music, or even decent lighting. Pretty brave, pretty strong performers. A lot of performers won't do that. Unlike most actors, many magicians write their own scripts. Again, a lot of performers don't do that. Magicians are excellent at managing people. Grabby kids, know-it-all teens, drunk college students, and rude people from all walks of life. Magicians have to deal with this every day. And they do. And I think that's one of the things that make magicians so cool. Magicians practice their sleights for weeks, months, or even years. Then they possess the incredible ability to hide those skills. So often, skillful people are all about showing off their skills, but magicians have all these crazy skills and abilities, and they work to hide them. I mean, it's a meta level. It's a mind-blowing thing by itself. Many magicians learn without ever having live classes or training with in-person teachers. And again, there are a lot of skills in this life that, people can't pull off, but magicians learn, often alone in a room. Usually there's a dog and there's a fire alarm going off and there's crying. There's weird things going on, okay? Magicians can perform anywhere, okay? It doesn't pool parties, office boardrooms, on the bus, standing in line of movies. Magicians, real magicians, skilled magicians can perform anywhere. Super cool, I think, okay? Many magicians can perform for one person or a few people or even a huge audience. The versatility of that. Many magicians also have a very cool sense of humor. They have a humor about what they do. Magicians can amaze people with borrowed items. Okay, again, not just stuff out of their pockets. They can borrow stuff. And many magicians are also strong improvisers and can work off script at a moment's notice. A lot of people make fun of magicians, but personally, I think of, and I wrote it down here, they're the ultimate hardworking, creative, brave, flexible, talented, anytime, anywhere, bulletproof entertainers, and I said it. Okay, so I'm a big fan of the art of magic, and, I think it takes a lot of different skills to be a good magician. So leave a comment down below and tell me what you like about magicians. Okay, now let's jump into this here. All right, so next I'm going to teach you with this vanish. Okay, Jay put his glasses back on. Whoa. And added about 40 years just then. Ta-da! Let's look at a real cool transposition you can do, okay? If you happen to have 2 coins in your pocket, okay? Palm 1 coin, finger palm, real simple, okay? You can take out a coin and a match. So it's 1 match, 1 coin, and you got a second coin here. And you do this. Look. Watch. This is how you start. People don't know what's about the palm here. You say, look, I'm going to make these coins. I'm going to make these 2 travel. Now, I can do it either visibly or invisibly. What would you rather see? Whatever they say, you say, first, I'm going to do it visibly. Watch. Here we go. Just like this. Making them change places visibly. And of course, people are not very impressed. And you go, look, I'm going to now make them travel or change places invisibly. Watch. Just a squeeze like this, and of course you open your hands, and the two change places. Now you can use a thumb palm or finger palm, but it's a cool way because you're one ahead. So it's got a real simple visual magic appeal about it, right? So again, this is in finger palm. This is here. Now when you want to do the magic moment, let's say we're going to go with the middle finger here. They see you take the match, apparently slip the match inside the fist. Very convincing when you've got it palmed here. So the match is here. Then here's coin, and if you slip this into what's called a thumb palm there, shake the two, and then open the hand slowly, you get this really dramatic, there's the coin, there's the match. And notice, and I love using the thumb palm. Thumb palm, I've mentioned this a couple of videos recently. If it's in the thumb palm, I can relax at the edge of the table. So that's a really cool way, and you could use a couple of quarters, a couple of nickels, whatever works, using this beautiful match vanish again as a one-ahead thing to have the two impossibly change places. Now, next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you the 3 matches version, okay? So with the 3 matches version, of course, I show 3 matches, and I talk about time travel. And I openly put the 3 matches in my pocket, okay? Then one by one, I reach into my pocket, take out a match, and they'll swear, since the nice thing about showing 3 matches at the start is it locks in the image 3 matches, rather than just suggesting you've got 3 matches by taking them out one by one, which I've done. But it's very nice if you can show these 3 matches clearly here, openly put them in your pocket, okay? And then you're going to take them out one at a time. But what you actually do is you take out the same match, of course, once, palming that in behind the index finger, go to your pocket again, taking out the second match apparently. And another little tip here, rather than just pushing it in and then stopping there, having the illusion have to hold its own right there, I'll often turn the fist or give it a little squeezes if I'm adjusting the matches inside. That keeps focus where you want it and really sells the idea that these matches are going inside. One match number 2, and then of course you've got that ending idea, and then the third match here, and this whole lilt thing happening. And notice you can casually gesture here. I'm going to show you something in a second where you can use the matchbox as well. You can wave it. Look at the hand. I mean, looks totally natural. Boom, all 3 travel. Then you go back into your pocket, pull out 1, pull out 2, pull out 3. All 3 matches come out of your pocket. Another very cool thing. Now, before I show you this last little idea here with this glued matches, has a real elegance to it. Let me announce right now. I didn't want to just be a teaser to you guys. I'm going to announce right now. Here we go. These are the winners of last week's contest. All 12 of you just won a portal. And portal is one of my coin magic bill, so many different kinds of things you can do with this gimmick. Here are the winners. Trash McGaming. That's awesome. Alan Pilarski. Greg Chase. Skip Todd. Wizard on a Budget. JJE McManus. Nice. Dory Fish. Dory Fish isn't Finding Dory, I guess, at that point. Young Jimmy T, you won. Steve Jones, you won. Mark Anthony. Wyatt Revigilio, and Luke Bilham, Bilham. You 12 won. Thank you so much for leaving a comment on last week's video. As always, if I just said your name, send an email to my team at contact@sankeymagic.com. Contact us, let them know your real name, your shipping address, and they will ship you one of my very cool portal gimmicks. As always, if you want to check out this gimmick, guys, you can always find all my stuff, all my merchandise stuff, most of it only available at one place in the world, and that's at sankeymagic.com. All right? Now, let me teach this last little really cool thing here. All right? Oh, and don't forget, remember, I mentioned earlier, if you want to have a chance to win one of my Anytime, Anywhere projects, 34 tricks on there. We can send you the DVD and the download, okay, or just the download, or we'll send both to you, promise. Make sure you leave a comment and tell me, what do you like about magicians? Remember, that's the question of the week here. Last trick here. So if you get a little bit of rubber cement, just a glue stick, okay, and rub a match on the glue stick there. It can be kind of an addictive behavior, but grab it and you put it inside and squish it down here. Have it lying flat near the bottom, okay? You'll see why in a second, okay? Now what this means is you're all set to do this really very pretty little moment of magic here, okay? Because you start with this palmed in your palm, okay? And it can start, it doesn't matter which way the head of the match is facing, okay? Like this. Now, again, notice how this works so well. The fingers mirror each other, the hands, you know, it all looks so natural. It all looks so organic and open. Okay? So open this. You lean in, you show someone this. Then you apparently dump this out on the table. But all I've done is let it fall out of the palm. This is a version of Han Ping Chen, okay? But I think you'd agree, it's so convincing that they see this, and then you're down. All I'm doing is coming down here, coming away, and letting the match fall out, all right? Then I take this, I close this back up. So fair. They saw there was only one match inside. They saw you dump the match out. And this is the kind of magic. I've done this in a bar. I've done this as you can even do this. It's a great opening trick because it just takes a second and you can do it silently. So boom match, boom out. Take the match, apparently put it in your hand. Do this magical gesture here, like this. Either have them open it up, okay? But then you're going to have to make sure that they don't see. As soon as they start to open up, you're going to have to get it back from them. So I prefer definitely this, then this, showing it, as I told you before, inside. And then you can either put it away or finish by apparently spilling that out and putting this aside again. So organic, all together. Let me show you this one last time, all together, okay? Matchbox. Showing the match. Spilling it out. Taking it. Apparently putting it in the hand. 1, 2. You could even, while you're gesturing here, if you're seated, of course, you can lap the match here. Like this. And you have this lovely show at the end with the match impossibly back inside. So many different things you can do with this simple vanish, whether it's vanishes, appearances, transformations, whatever you want. Let me just finish by saying first, of course, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I hope you do that. Click the subscribe button. Click the notifications. Make sure that little bell goes off. You don't want to miss one of my videos there. Thank you for watching the videos. I've got hundreds of videos on this channel, so please check them out. I'll put a link to something here or there. Also, last video, I left a link below my last video where you had a chance to click and download 3 free PDF books, okay? So, and that was so popular, so many of you sort of jumped on that. I want to, on this video, I'll leave a link down below this video and give you a chance to download 3 free magic gimmicks. These are magic gimmicks, actual kind of magic props you can print off at home or go to a copy place, print them off. They're free, they're PDFs, they're free downloads. The link's right below. Again, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thanks for all the enthusiasm. People are always thanking me. Thanks for sharing your magic and this and that. But trust me, it is my pleasure. I love sharing my passion for deception with people, the psychology of perception with people, and to have, fans all over the world that kind of leave comments and say thanks. It's a dream come true. Thanks a lot.